Zen fam! Hello! So, in a recent video, my friend Generation Pixel asked a question about video game box art porn. Now, that's an emotive word, and hopefully YouTube won't smack me for it. But he was discussing box art in general. And he went through generations of box art from the very, very early days of stuff on like the microcomputers and the home systems to round about PS3. He didn't go much further than that because box art from PS3 to nowadays hasn't really changed all that much. You know, there are either dramatic representations of what we have in the game, or they are basically artistic ideas of the themes of the game manifested by principal aspects, most likely the character and maybe probably their favoured weapon. So it's hard to actually pull down what is the tastiest, most awesome image. I mean, I myself have had many games in my collection over the years, and there have been many artworks I've loved. I mean, I really like the Horizon Forbidden West artwork. I find that to be highly evocative of Aloy stood there, this one lone defender, you know, flying robot mad thing in the sky, the crumbled LA around, and the light rays and all the rest of it, and it looks really good. And it's really hard to say that these days any one piece of box art is significantly better than other high-end box arts. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are a number of games that come out every year where the box art is just pure mince. But where box art really exists, when it reaches that legendary status, of course, and Generation Pixel mentioned this himself, is when we move to the realm of the steelbook. Now, I've had one or two steelbooks in my time, and they are extraordinarily nice to look at, because when you get a steelbook, it's generally packaged in with the game in a special edition box. So the special edition box has all the legal gubbins and stuff on the back of it, leaving the steelbook to have more just art, and generally not just on the outside but on the inside too. And I think we can actually start extending the idea of box art porn, for want of a better term, to the inside as well. Since we no longer these days get manuals in our boxes, we rely upon manuals in game and on websites, but mostly in the game. I think it's fitting that box art become an inside and outside component of the design of both steelbooks and standard games. You're going to have all this art, and you're not going to have anything on the inside. You know, you're not going to have a manual. You may as well treat us to having some nice art on the inside of the box as well. Some games do this, but I think it could be a standard. However, there is one thing to mention. As much as it's nice to have that, and it admittedly probably does cost a little bit more in the production to have the inside printed as well, here's a thing a lot of us physical gamers, and I think you know where I'm going with this, don't really like to think about, is the idea that eventually, the way the industry is going, we won't have physical games to have boxes to have box art. There will probably be still promotional art that will go along on, like, you know, pages to buy the games, and you know, like on the PSN store and the Xbox store and so on, and you know, if you're a PC guy, then like on Steam and stuff. But the idea of box art, you know, is probably, as physical games are, not much longer for this world, sadly. I mean, I reckon within the next 3 to 5 years, we will see next to no more boxed games. And although I do believe that the next generation of PlayStation will most likely still have a disc drive, because I think it will be backwards compatible to at least PS4. I don't think it'll be backwards compatible to PS3, PS2 and PSX, although Lord knows praise the gaming gods above, I would love that, and so would many of you. I just don't think it's on the cards, especially since Sony all those years ago bought Gaikai. So with the Gaikai by PS3 backwards compatibility at a system level instead of at a streaming level is probably just not on the cards. So with that in mind, I don't think there's going to really be box art new to appreciate, so we're going to have to end up basically appreciating the box art that we already have and that we'll get for the next couple of years, and after that, that's your lot, sunshine. So whether or not you are an adorer of box art, know this: you've got limited time. Enjoy what you can, but most of all, play your games, enjoy your games, and don't argue over boxes of plastic like they're more than what they are. They're just things we love to play on, and for us to enjoy a small section of our lives where we're not working, we don't have responsibilities, and we get to play. So enjoy the box art, enjoy the video games, don't get caught up in the console wars. And of course, as always, hashtag support Scottish YouTubers, and aye, nae bother.